Thank you for tuning in to We Talk Weeklies After the Talk with WPPM LP Philadelphia.
Yeah, this is one of the hottest radio shows that talks Charles's favorite segment, love and relationships. Whatever. Gives the good news and the bad news. And of course, the latest in entertainment news with the sizzle.
Dope. Yeah. So make sure you keep it locked to We Talk Weeklies After the Talk with your boy Charles Gregory and the beautiful
Lauren Sizzle.
Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on 106.5 FM.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl Lauren Sizzle, and you are tuned in to one of the hottest talk shows in the nation, We Talk Weeklies After the Talk. Make sure you tune in each and every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and you can listen anywhere. Just download the TuneIn Radio app. Look for WPPM 106.5 FM on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. And I got some good news for you. You want to binge listen to our shows? Follow We Talk Weeklies After the Talk podcast on iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spotify, and Spreaker. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to check out all of our amazing shows and event coverage. And follow We Talk Weekly on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And most importantly, keep it locked.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Charles Greg with the beautiful
Lauren Sizzle.
and the beautiful. Let's do one more again. One more again. What mic you on?
I was on 4.
All right, let's go to 3.
Check 1.
There
The
we
mic
go.
sound nice. All right.
Yes. So
one.
yeah. So we're here, and it's all one of those things. We really appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for staying tuned in. I mean, we love everything that has been going on lately. We love the feedback that we have been getting. We even love the fact that it's just one of those things people have been following, and people have been telling us how much we love the show, how much we want to succeed with you guys, how much we just love you guys, and we're going to continue to follow. We got some news that we may even be expanding, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it's just one of those things. We're going to be everywhere, because if you ain't there, you a square.
Hey!
Early, you know what I mean? It's one of those things. Hey, we'll do one for Classy Lady Sparks. She just was misplaying it. Where he at? He right there. Hey, that's what you was waiting for. You know what I'm saying?
Stacey just called me out on it. She was like, "You be hype and wrong."
Yeah.
Hype and always wrong.
Hype and wrong. You know what I mean?
Always wrong.
Not always. Sometimes I be on.
No, just the last 5 times.
That's funny. You know what I'm saying? But look, y'all, I don't want y'all to go. Lady Estelle, you got a song that we can go to in a minute? You know what I mean? Or what you want to do? You know what I mean? Because I like to go to a quick little some music.
All right. Well, before we go to the music, let's get our days out the way. Let's get that out the way.
All right. So there we go. So Sizzle, tell me how your day was, man.
So I had a pretty decent day, I must say. Thank God I have a promotion. I got a promotion on my job, so I'm no longer dealing. It's a new type. I'm on a new type time or whatever. Right.
Hold on, wait a minute. Did you just start a new job?
Yeah.
Like last week, and you got promoted already?
No, that was the promotion. Yeah. Yeah, we just settled into a new building. I got the promotion, so
That's what's up.
it's different now. It's different energy, but
That's what's up.
Yeah, so my Tuesdays may not be as terrible as they used to be.
Thank God. She had a terrific Tuesdays.
What about you, classy lady Sparkle?
My Tuesday was all right. It wasn't bad. The weather got better,
Okay.
I got a longer commute, but I'm good with it. So today was it wasn't nothing special, but still a good Tuesday.
Okay, good Tuesday. It's always a good Tuesday when we here on We Talk Weekly, man. You know what I'm saying? My day was just okay. As it was. I'm tired. Tired.
Boom.
You know what I mean? But we here, man. I get excited when I get here. I get my second win, as they say. But Lady Estelle, what we got coming up? We got something that we can play. We going to? That's that deep breath. So no, look, I don't want you guys to go nowhere. Take a listen real quick. We'll be right back, y'all. Holla.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Lauren Sizzle, and you are tuned in to one of the hottest talk shows in the nation, We Talk Weekly's After the Talk. Make sure you tune in each and every Tuesday at 7 p.m., and you can listen anywhere. Just download the TuneIn Radio app. Look for WPPM 106.5 FM on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. And I got some good news for you. You want to binge listen to our shows? Follow We Talk Weekly's After the Talk podcast on iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spotify, and Spreaker. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to check out all of our amazing shows and event coverage. And follow We Talk Weekly on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And most importantly, keep it locked.
Woo! What's up, y'all? This your boy Charles Gregg with the beautiful
Lauren Sizzle.
and the beautiful.
Classy lady Sparkle.
All right, Sparkle, what you got for me, man? Can we get some good news and bad news for me?
Yeah, we got some bad news. Does everybody remember the Boeing 737 that crashed?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it crashed in Ethiopia. Ethiopian airline plane marks the second deadliest accident involving a Boeing 737 in the past 5 months. Many are asking, is there a problem with this model because of the crashes? The flight was en route from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia's capital, to Nairobi, Kenya. Ethiopia's airline flight 302 plummeted directly to the ground shortly after takeoff and killing 157 people. There were no survivors.
Unbelievable.
The airline had passengers from at least 30 countries, some of whom were aid workers for other humanitarian organizations. The plane was delivered to the airline in November and had flown 1,200 hours and had undergone a maintenance check in February. The pilot had more than 8,000 hours of flight experience and had issued a distress call and tried to return to the airport. Southwest and American both fly the plane, and they both expressed their confidence in these fleets. So they're not going to stop ordering them. It's also said that further notice would be issued after consultation with the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration and Boeing on safety measures. So pretty much one of the most expensive planes that they use in aircrafts has crashed a few times.
Unbelievable, man.
And each time there's no survivors. Wow. And this is on domestic flights.
Wow, that's scary. Especially for somebody like myself that do not like to travel. Because I have a little, issue with flying.
You don't like to get on planes?
No,
Oh,
period.
God. So you take medicine before you get on them?
Man, medicine, or I'm going to just take the train.
I know some people that take a shot, double shot.
I ain't
they
taking
get on
no
there.
train. That's too long. Like, if you going to L.A., you going to take the train?
I travel cross country if I need to.
Listen, 4 days in your car.
Go ahead, Charles. We meet you there.
Hey.
I mean, we fly because we have to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna speak for myself. I fly because I have to, but no, it's not comfortable. And when all that turbulence and stuff start, I'm always nervous. I don't care how many times I've been in the air.
Yes, honey.
And my worst flights have been when it's been a thunderstorm. I don't like being up in the air when it's all that thunder and lightning and rain going on.
I can't.
And I've been up there like that twice.
I've had the turbulence, but I don't have a fear of flying.
I do when all that stuff start happening.
Yeah, with the weather, yeah. But just to take them, I'm good. All right, I got some good bad news.
Hold on, say that one more again.
I got some good bad news.
Gut, ladies and gentlemen, she's not saying it wrong. This is what she's actually saying. bad news.
Good bad news.
Okay.
How do you spell that?
Yeah.
GA. Oh,
that was go bad.
Go bad news.
It could be short or long.
Like Gabbana, Dose and Gabbana.
Okay. Good bad.
Good bad.
Good bad.
Good bad.
GOBAD. Good bad. Okay.
All
right. 36-year-old Mark Gomez, a piece of manure, was finally caught when he was prosecuted for kicking a 78-year-old woman on the subway in the Bronx, New York. This piece of manure was arrested in Lower Manhattan and charged with felony assault. The assault took place around 3 a.m. and the video just surfaced this week went viral via social media. The video shows the piece of manure aggressively kicking the woman at least 6 times in the upper body. Bystanders were recording the incident, oohing and owing, but not one of them intervened. I'm not even calling his name. He's a piece of manure. So I was just like, are you, like, as a female, to see this man, I think he was like maybe close to 6 feet. I would have took my shoe off and just wailed it for his head and ran or something. She's 78, sitting on the, I mean, what? And you got all these bystanders recording it like, yo, that's crazy. So that was your good bad. Bad because it happened to the 78-year-old woman, but good that they finally caught him. And when he gets locked up and prosecuted, he going to get kicked a few times probably.
I just want to take this moment, right, and call all of my brothers out there who are claiming or who have stripes already, who are on the block and who stand tall and, hold down their neighborhoods. Can you please step up, right? Since you holding down your turf and, we killing each other, right? But it seems as if when other stuff happened to, the less fortunate or marginalized people who can't protect themselves, it's kind of crickets.
Right.
But we willing to shoot each other and show how tough we are when we going against each other. But when this older lady who was, 78?
78.
Was on his train, you heard a lot of oohs and ahs, and people were actually filming. So I have a problem with people who are filming and not doing anything, especially if you claim to be this gun, this gorilla, this thug. Show it. Show the right. I don't even want to preach any violence because I'm not going to do it. But I'm going to say, if you protecting, stand your ground, player. I'm going to leave it at that.
That's right.
Yeah.
That was your good and your bad news. Your good bad.
All right, I'll give you applause for that. Good job, man. All right, so check this out.
I like it.
There we go. All right, there we go. Lady Esther, what we got?
We got NBA Youngboy.
There we go.
I am who I say I am.
There you go. My name is Charles Gregg with the beautiful
Lauren Sizzle.
and the beautiful.
Classy Lady Sparkle.
No doubt. We'll be right back, y'all. Holla at your boy early.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl Lauren Sizzle, and you are tuned in to one of the hottest talk shows in the nation. We Talk Weekly's After the Talk. Make sure you tune in each and every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and you can listen anywhere. Just download the TuneIn Radio app. Look for WPPM 106.5 FM on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. And I got some good news for you. You want to binge listen to our shows? Follow We Talk Weekly's After the Talk podcast on iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spotify, and Spreaker. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to check out all of our amazing shows and event coverage. And follow We Talk Weekly on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And most importantly, keep it locked.
Woo! That was short. There you go. This your boy Charles Gregg with the beautiful.
Lauren Sizzle.
And the beautiful.
Classy Lady Sparkle.
Classy Lady Sparkle is definitely in the building. Lady S. Dot is definitely in the building. Our social media sensation is definitely in the building, man. This is what we do. We doing it all day, man. But, it's about that time, man. You already know what time it is. What time is it?
We got the sizzle.
We got the sizzle, ladies and gentlemen. Give it to me early.
Yes, sir. So, we can't go through the sizzle without some breaking news. So all criminal charges against actor Jussie Smollett of Fox TV series Empire have been dropped, for those of you who have not been paying attention today. So the judge that was assigned to Jussie's case, he had granted what's called a nolle pros, which means that, his case was dropped and he would no longer be prosecuted on these charges. So, he was being charged with 16 felony counts of lying to authorities and what prosecutors are claiming still to be a hoax after Jussie reported that, everybody knows the story. He reported that 2 white men assaulted him, poured bleach on him, tied a noose around his neck, and yelled racial and homophobic slurs, saying this is MAGA country. So everybody all knows that. So in a statement following the disposition of his case, he said, I am a man of faith and I'm a man that has knowledge of my history, and I would not bring my family, our lives, or the movement into a fire like this. I just wouldn't. Now I'd like nothing more than to just get back to work and move on with my life. But make no mistake, I will always continue to fight for justice, equality, and betterment of marginalized people everywhere. So that was basically his, statement following, his case being dropped. So also a rep for Fox had said that Jussie Smollett has always maintained his innocence, and we are gratified on his behalf that all charges against him have been dismissed. Several people weighing in. We had some celebs that tweeted stuff. And according to CNN, it's still not clear why Chicago's Cook County prosecutors decided to drop the case. And, his record has been sealed. So
I did hear that.
Yes. Yeah. So a spokesperson for Cook County's attorney office said, after reviewing all the facts and circumstances of the case, including Mr. Smollett's volunteer service in the community, an agreement to forfeit his bond, which he posted $10,000 bail, to the city of Chicago, we believe the outcome is a just disposition and appropriate resolution to this case. So reportedly, everybody knows the superintendent, the police superintendent, Eddie Johnson, that was, when he got arrested. I mean, when he was arrested on these charges, he was basically upset and saying, not in these words per se, but he was basically saying, like, how is he going to say, talking about somebody tying a noose around his neck and the homophobic slurs, and he was so upset about that. He was adamant about having this case investigating him prosecuting. Well, this Superintendent Eddie Johnson was blindsided by the decision to drop the charges. He was like, I found out at the same time everybody else found out. So he's saying he didn't even know. And Jussie had hired a crisis manager who also stated, of course, Jussie is a victim who was vilified and made to appear as a perpetrator as a result of false and inappropriate remarks made to the public, causing an inappropriate rush to judgment.
Vilified.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm sorry. This just still sounds so fishy, so weird. Man.
Yeah, and
I'm sorry.
And the $10,000 that y'all charged me, y'all can keep that.
Right.
Yeah, that
and
don't sound right, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
And he reportedly did 2 days of community service. And the Chicago mayor, what's his name? Rahm Emanuel. Emmanuel. Well, he was upset about Jussie telling reporters that he is innocent. And he's like, how dare he? How dare he? This is a whitewash of justice. And he compared the case to the college admissions scam, involves the actress Lori Loughlin and all that. So he kind of compared the case to that. So he was upset. But what I want to know is, what are your thoughts about the, regarding the outcome of this case?
It's weird. This is weird. This whole thing was weird to me. Even now if all his charges was dropped, so it still goes to, it was 2 people in MAGA hats, 2 white people in MAGA hats that did this.
Yeah.
No. Because the 2, what were they? African guys, or not? The 2 Nigerian guys. So they said Jussie did admit that he gave a check to them for rendering services. They were trainers and all this other stuff. He didn't say what services they did, but they're being I think they're the ones being accused of actually doing this, and they're the ones who actually did the attack, but there's no proof that Jussie is the one who told them to do it.
Orchestrated.
Right.
Okay, I got.
But they are the ones who did it.
All right. All right.
I wonder if there's going to be like any attempts to prosecute them or
Right.
like,
Yeah, I guess that's like the next step.
Yeah,
But they are saying that those
I'm
two
sure they'll
did
take the
do it.
fall for it.
Yeah,
I'm sure
and-
they'll do that.
and-
It's going to be, yes, because they're going to take the fall. Hey, well, if they did it, then they deserve it. But
well, my thing is like, I was kind of looking at both sides. Like, that's it. All he paid them was $3,500. Like, that's nothing.
What he wrote in the memo saved them.
Uh-huh.
Wrote for the services.
Right. That he wrote that part. Yeah, but I'm like, that's
What did he write there?
I think he wrote nutrition
training or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what it was for.
Yeah.
all right, we should.
And then at the same time, like, I just had one more thing to say, because like me, working in the criminal justice industry, and we talk about, reform and all that stuff. But, just the fact that they said that he did the community service and, he he forfeited his bond. The community service itself is just, because I know they have programs where, it's called the accelerated misdemeanor program, where they make them take classes and then they do community service and then it's
an
over.
accelerated program.
Right,
Okay.
exactly. And then
Just
and then the
even
case
more
gets, they said his record is clean. Like, that's the things that they do in the AMP program, AMP.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm just saying. But, anybody think that can Jussie make a comeback after this? Because he said he wanted to get back to working.
I want to come back to your next story. This guy.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Fox is saying like he claimed he was innocent. So, next, what is it?
If he's
next
innocent,
Wednesday?
he's innocent, and they need to reinstate whatever they took. That's point blank in the story.
Yeah, because at this point he's proven to
Yeah,
be innocent in a
absolutely.
court of law.
Yep.
The only ones who technically charged him were the media.
Yep.
Right.
And
So you got to do,
yeah. And it is something to say that the media have a tendency to glamorize and sensationalize certain things that it forms a public opinion whether he's guilty or not. And because of that, it shows that it's a media literacy piece here, and you have to understand trends, and believe it or not, certain trends can start an algorithm, and the algorithm push people a certain way, and it is what it is. And unfortunately, when it comes to gentlemen who look like me, we get the brunt of it, and Jussie looks like me. But the whole thing is weird, and I'm gonna leave it at that anyway. So
Yeah. So moving
Thank
right
you.
along to my final story, because both these stories are kind of lengthy. So attorney Michael Avenatti, he's been arrested and charged with trying to extort $20 million from Nike. So Avenatti was representing a coach of an AAU youth club basketball team, and Avenatti claimed that the coach had evidence, this is according to TMZ, one or more of Nike's employees made payments to families of some top high school basketball players and tried to hide the payments. So prosecutors are saying that there was a call between Avenatti and Nike where Avenatti allegedly threatened Nike. Avenatti told Nike's lawyers if he didn't pay him between 15 and 25 million, he would hold a news conference on the eve of Nike's quarterly earnings call and the start of March Madness, and he would announce misconduct allegations on behalf of Nike's employees. Avenatti said, and this is allegedly on the recording because he was recorded, this conversation was recorded, "I'm not effing around with this, and I'm not continuing to play games. You guys know enough, this is little bits and pieces." He's like, "You guys know enough now to know you've got some serious problems. I'll go and I'll take $10 billion off your client's market cap. I'm not effing around." So Avenatti was arrested at the location where he was supposed to meet with a Nike employee to possibly negotiate and strike a deal. And Nike broke his silence, saying they were not be extorted or hide information that's relevant to a government investigation.
Right.
Nike has been cooperating. This is what Nike's statement. They've been cooperating with the government's investigation into NCAA basketball for over a year. Avenatti was also arrested on federal charges of wire fraud and extortion in 2 separate cases in California and New York for allegedly embezzling money from a client to cover expenses for his coffee corporation. And he submitted false tax returns to a bank in Mississippi in order to get $4.1 million in loans. And they're saying his co-conspirator is allegedly Mark Garagos, and he's represented a lot of celebrities, including Chris Brown, Michael Jackson, and Usher. But Avenatti was released on $300,000 bond, and then he starts with his Twitter fingers, and he's like talking about how Nike's attempt to cover this up will fail. Nike officials have not been cooperating with investigators for over a year, and he started naming names, players and families he alleges.
Receipts, huh?
Yes. So he tweeted all that out.
Uh-oh.
But the thing is, Michael Avenatti is the one that went to Chicago's, I believe it's Cook County prosecutors with the videotape from R. Kelly. So now, even though they're saying that this won't have any bearings on, the case, the charges in the case against R. Kelly, but I've seen
another weird one.
Yeah.
Another weird one coming along.
Yeah. It's just crazy, but it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
Avenatti can't prosecute Kelly anymore. They can use the evidence, but he can't practice in the court of law.
Yeah, because I believe, I'm not sure. I thought I saw something that he was disbarred or whatever. I'm sure if he has not been now, he probably will be. Right. But yeah, that's just crazy.
All right.
I'm your girl, Lauren Sizzle, and that was a sizzle.
Ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy, Charles Gregory, the beautiful.
Lauren Sizzle.
And the beautiful. This is WPPMLP 106.5 FM. We talk weeklies after the talk. Lady Estelle, what we got coming up next?
Oldie but goodie, Nicki Minaj featuring Rihanna, Fly.
Holla.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Lauren Sizzle, and you are tuned in to one of the hottest talk shows in the nation. We Talk Weeklies After the Talk. Make sure you tune in each and every Tuesday at 7 p.m. And you can listen anywhere. Just download the TuneIn Radio app. Look for WPPM 106.5 FM on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. And I got some good news for you. You want to binge listen to our shows? Follow We Talk Weeklies After the Talk podcast on iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spotify, and Spreaker. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to check out all of our amazing shows and event coverage. And follow We Talk Weekly on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And most importantly, keep it locked.
Woo! What's up, y'all? This your boy, Charles Gray with the beautiful.
Lauren Sizzle.
The beautiful.
Classy Lady Sparkle.
Classy Lady Sparkle is definitely in the building. You good. You good. Yeah, it's good. It's a good look. Yeah, it's definitely a good look. And so, man, this is the part of the show that I love so much, man. And then it gets a little extra special because now you're a little dibbing and diving in my little industry, right? But before I get into that, who do we have today? So
we have the beautiful Miss, is it Andrea? Andrea.
You gotta say what Andrea.
I know, I know
Yeah.
Andrea, I know Andrea, so I want to be correct. So we have the beautiful Miss Andrea Michelle Blassingame. She is an award-winning makeup artist, published model, actress, organizational leader, facilitator, entrepreneur, blogger, and beauty queen. Yes, her passions to serve others and positively affect the lives of those in her community have led her to establish the Literacy Empowerment Initiative. And this organization is an intergenerational medium to ultimately promote the advancement of literacy, empowerment, and awareness in the urban community. And she has challenged herself to find ways that will parallel the beauty and fashion industries with her literacy empowerment platform. And as a beauty and fashion makeup artist serving the Tri-State area, her work has been featured in Queen Size magazine, as well as several plays, film productions, beauty pageants, and fashion shows. She's the recipient of the 2018 Spiral Award for Best Makeup Artist. Andrea, Andrea, yes. Began her modeling career in Philadelphia in 2015. She has been featured in fashion shows across the tri-state area, including shows during the New York Fashion Week, and is preparing now for Trenton Fashion Week and others coming in the fall 2019. So stay tuned. She was the lead actress in short films A is for Apple and Cold Feet, both a 5 films collective production through a Philly Cam partnership. Welcome to the show, Andrea Michelle Blassingame.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah,
Welcome to the show. Hercules.
She's been doing a lot.
Yeah. That's right. There you go. So let's talk a little bit about you. Yeah. And so, where do I start, man? Let's talk about what got you into the beauty industry, and then we're going to just peel back the layers and start talking about the initiatives that you're working in and all that old good old stuff. So holla at me, man.
Okay, well, in 2014, I actually, after breaking my ankle, I was actually encouraged to get into pageantry.
Okay.
Because of the training that I got. I actually won my first pageant, Miss Blessed, Bold, and Beautiful. And after that, the bug kind of bit me. And because of the training for pageantry, it kind of led to the modeling industry. And so that's basically how I got started. Queen Size Model Management approached me in 2016, and I have been a professional model ever since.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Now, I want to talk a little bit about, so let's stay there just for 1 second in terms of modeling and you in kind of like the full figure realm, right? Plus size realm. What I am happy, because I've been in the industry for a long time, what I am happy about is the idea of what full figure is, right, are becoming more and more, I don't want to say natural, but more and more kind of like apparent, right? Okay. They used to hide certain things and or say full figure was, I don't know, 8 maybe. Yeah. Something along that lines, right? But what I like at this point is that, especially for, those of color, those beautiful black girl magic of color, it's kind of one of those things where, they're redefining what is natural. They're redefining what what a real quote unquote body type is, as opposed to the off the rack size 2.
Well,
0.
we still run into the limitation. Yeah. You'll still have on mainstream. It's still, size 8 is plus size. Yeah. It's crazy. I feel so bad for any of the women besides in the realm of sizes 10 and 12 because they get shunned on both ends.
Yep. You're not big enough. You're not small enough.
Right. Mm-hmm. And it's such a shame. That's my dream size. Life was good before I had a kid, But we still run into it, but yes, like you said, it's growing. Right. And I found my experience has been a different type of support in the full figure industry. Like, we don't have the same issues because I think we genuinely want to support one another. It's still modeling. It's still competition. It's still, mine is better than yours, but it's not to the level that you'll find in mainstream. And my experience has always been very positive, no matter what it is. The designers, they really want us to work it on the runway. They hold us to the same standard, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's because you're beautiful. It's because you have something and you are, like you say, natural. There's more people in the United States and actually around the world who look like us than the other. Yes. And not to put anybody who's small down, but we run the world.
Exactly.
So it's just our time.
The irony about that is, traditionally going down a runway, they would do like off the rack because most designers would, do sample pieces as a size 2 or 0, right? And the funny part of that is they would go down the runway and they would try certain designers, especially as they're being styled for a certain look, they would try to enhance the curves by putting on belts or nipping and tucking, right? But now it's kind of like, it's people that have the curves that you're trying to get.
Right.
These are the people that's out there, right? And so I like that people are starting to recognize this, and there are more opportunities for
absolutely,
people.
And it's growing. Yeah. We get a different type of respect. It's growing. We'll see. what it looks like in 5 years, but the industry is changing. It's growing. There are more opportunities, and I'm just grateful to be a part of it.
And then you have the smaller models that are trying to buy the careers that you have.
Yes.
Add to
Thing
themselves.
Different shapewear with extra booty pads. And
Yes.
all we worried about is smoothing it out so you don't see all 3 stomachs at once. We just want one stomach on the runway. Just smooth it out.
That's funny. That's funny. So let's peel back. So we got that. We got you there. You know, let's talk about where you are right now with everything, and then we'll go into like your initiatives. You know?
So I have the honor of right now being Miss America Plus Size Universe.
Yes. That's what I was waiting to hear. Hold up. There we go. Hercules. There we go. So let's talk about that. Thank you. Yes.
I was actually invited to be a part of this competition, which is a compliment in and of itself. The directors of this pageant, Pearl Williams, is absolutely amazing. And she has family in New York. And I met her, I want to say, like as soon as I started modeling. Well, she remembered me and invited me to represent America on an international scale. So it's totally humbling. The competition is Easter weekend, and I know, but it's kind of sad because I really love Easter, but it's kind of exciting because I'm going to St. Vincent.
Yes.
And I've never been there before. It's in the Caribbean, and I'm super, super excited, and I plan on winning, so
Yes.
So I'm really
Playing
pumped.
that.
Yeah.
So that's the international piece. So you won America.
So
how does that work?
This competition didn't have a country. Each country did not have its own competition in order to be a part of it.
I see.
You could sign up for this one. There are other competitions where you have to go through levels.
Okay,
so you would start out at Philadelphia, compete in Pennsylvania, those are the more mainstream ones. This is not as mainstream. A lot of people haven't even heard of it before, but it's very popular over in the Caribbean. Okay. And I am actually only like the 3rd or 4th American contestant out of, they've been doing this for 13 years, I think. So, so it's not really popular here. So the goal is to kind of really make that more popular. I still wouldn't have our own competition, but as the industry grows, to bring more awareness to it, and the idea that this is not just an American thing. This is not just American movement, but across the world, they are supporting and really emphasizing plus size beauty.
There you go.
So yeah,
Can you make sure you bring that thing back home, please?
I am on my mission. I mean, I wish Charles Gregory would style me. And
I got you, sister. I got you.
I thought I should stick that in there.
So you were the 2018 Spiral Award recipient for Best Makeup Artist. Tell us a little bit about that.
So I have no idea to this day who nominated me, which I kind of have an idea, but they have never confirmed it to me. And it's just so humbling because I've done makeup for movies and films and plays, and I know that's where that came from. But it's just the fact that you don't know who's watching you. Right. You don't know who's observing you. And to me, every time I even hear somebody talk about it, it's always humbling and just a reminder to always put your best foot forward because you don't know who's watching you. You don't know who's looking at your work. I've always not given myself the credit that, I'm told that I should have. I know I'm a great makeup artist, but sometimes it's like, dang,
embrace your magic, right? Sister. Embrace it.
We are our worst critics.
We are. It's just like the cooks. When they always answer, that was too much salt. You know what I mean? You're like, no, that macaroni cheese is great. I think I'm the same way when it comes to makeup. I know I have great work, but it's always humbling and feels so good when somebody else can see that. That was such a great event. It was so awesome. And to celebrate with a lot of people that I knew in different areas of the field was just so decent.
So what do you think pulled you over the edge to win? Kind of like, you know what I mean? What do you think it was?
I think it was consistency, really and truly. I think because I have done the plays, I have done the films, and I was never looking for any recognition. If I know there's several projects where my name is not on the credits. You know what I mean?
Happens to all of us.
Yeah, but it was never a big deal to me. I was just so honored that they would let me do the makeup. You know what I mean?
Have the opportunity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think that's what it was. I think it's because I genuinely enjoy what I do. Okay. I love enhancing beauty. I love educating. Because I'm that woman talking to you the whole time. I'm doing your eyebrows, telling you what I'm doing. Kind of annoying sometimes, but I want you to know that I know what I'm talking about, and there's a reason why I'm using this product and not that one that you have in your pocketbook. So
we have to have a conversation offline.
We have to have a conversation because I love to educate, and I think that's what it was.
No doubt.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to, now that as I hear you talking, we're gonna have to talk a little bit.
I would
maybe
love
we
to
can
talk
put
to you,
together a
Josh
workshop.
Do you know who you are?
Come on, cut it.
I mean, I do know who you are. I just want to have a coffee conversation with the great Charles Gregory.
Oh, cut it. Making me uncomfortable here, man. Come on.
Oh yeah, I did my job.
Because I like how you talk about because I'm a firm believer in educating, right?
Yeah.
Especially when you talk about fashion and beauty, right? And I love that you and only people like you would understand it. I love that you use the term enhance.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's very important. Enhance goes along with.
Right.
It doesn't take over.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of the piece that, in me, in being a credential image consultant, that's what I try to teach. It's enhance. Everything is about enhancing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You are everything that you put in. You are that blank canvas.
Right.
Everything else is the enhancement. You start to paint the picture. That's what style is.
Right.
You create your narrative with who you are, right?
And that's why the education is so important.
Absolutely.
Because it's like, I want to teach you how I see you enhanced.
Exactly.
And then once you learn that technique, now you could take
that
and run with it.
Exactly.
Well, tell us more about that, the literacy initiative.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say.
That was a good segue.
Yeah.
That is my baby.
There you go.
Actually, I don't know if you guys know, Phil Drew from Queen's Eyes Magazine is a phenomenal photographer, and he challenged all of his models, asking us the question, does your career match your passion? And if not, how do you marry them? How do you make them match? And he was really like trying to get the models to see, like, if this is something that you're passionate about, you should really give it your all, But for me, it was like, no, my passion, off the surface has nothing to do one with the other. I'm a model, I'm an actress, I'm a makeup artist, and then I have this passion for literacy awareness. I want people to know how to read. I wanted them to know, of all ages, that is so important. And you can't live without reading.
Yes.
But how do you mesh the two? So that's kind of been my own personal project. I created the Literacy Empowerment Initiative to tackle just that. I was thinking about it after he asked us a question. I was like, well, I know how to do photo shoots. I know how to do makeup. So let me do a photo shoot. And it just kind of took over from there. Me hosting different photo shoots of different themes. Families read, Black men read, queens read. Reading is sexy, one of my favorites. And just kind of taking those themes and taking everyday people of all ages and taking pictures of them reading and writing. And the goal is to now take those photos this year and partner with brick and mortar establishments to have those photos in their windows and their storefronts for the entire year.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Awesome.
So pray for me.
I love that. No, because that in itself is a literacy piece. You're educating people to see images that looks like something that you don't necessarily see all the time. I get it. I get it. That's dope. Definitely.
That's
dope.
the point. That's
yes,
the point.
absolutely. You keep doing what you do,
Thank
sister.
you.
So I want you, since we kind of in the fashion realm, we don't have too much time left, but in the fashion realm, why don't you just go ahead and give kind of like a quick little tip and trend that you're seeing right now as it relates to like makeup,
So one of the tips is shaping your eyebrow.
I was getting ready to ask you that. Because guys are saying bring back regular eyebrows.
And so that kind of movement is okay with me because a lot of people, last year, the year before last, the trend was like the thick eyebrows,
boy
which are
brows.
not, which are not supernatural.
No.
And the movement now is kind of going back to a way to find more natural eyebrows. You don't have to, if you have naturally thick eyebrows, there's a way to apply your eyebrow and not make it look so
Like 2 mustaches.
painted
right?
on. Yes. I don't want you to have eyebrows that look like they're painted on or super fake. I want you to. So it's very simple to take a gel eyebrow, a gel, and the color of your natural eyebrow, and simply take small strokes over your eyebrows. Start there so that you can learn what your natural eyebrow actually looks like. And then you can enhance it by cleaning it up with concealer. It's very simple.
Yeah.
I'll teach you. It's okay.
Or the tattooing. Is that something, another trend with the eyebrows?
So that's kind of old. I haven't really seen that recently in the last couple of years. It's definitely still out there. It's definitely still available.
Not as natural.
It's not natural.
Yeah.
You know, people like the difference. They like the change. I changed my hair color. I want to change my eyebrows. You know what I mean? People like to change. So you'll find less and less of that. It may come back. Everything comes back. But microblading is, a lot of people do that also so that they have a natural eyebrow for, I forget how long it lasts, it's 9 months, I think it is. Yeah, it lasts a long time, but it's hella expensive.
What's one of the biggest mistakes that you see that women make when it comes to makeup or even eyebrows?
The biggest mistake is making them too dark. I don't want to see any black person put black eye pencil on your eyebrows. That is sin to me. I yell at people that pull out, I got this in my pocketbook. I'm like, no, you don't. A dark brown is what we are. We don't, even if you have black hair, you don't have black eyebrows. You have dark brown eyebrows. And so to just take a dark brown pencil, do not put black on your face, please, and thank you. And just lightly stroke, those light strokes. Just do that. You'll be fine. That is one of the biggest mistakes to me.
No doubt. So unfortunately, we gotta get ready to go. But I do want you to tell. I know, right? Just went so fast, you know. So real quick, why don't you? I think I got time for this. I want you to think about the one thing. This is my special question I ask everybody, and I know you've been interviewed all over the place, but we always want the exclusive, right? And so,
Get to your level.
right? And so, I want you to tell me the one thing that nobody else knows about you that you could tell us right now here on We Talk Weekly. So dig deep in that bag that you came in here with. Yeah.
The one thing that nobody knows about me, I like to read as soon as I get out the shower.
What?
I know, it's really weird.
Okay.
But you're like in a comfortable state.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know about your showers, but when I get out the shower, I done had a great experience, and I'm on this whole kick where I'm on this whole kick where I'm trying to educate myself in, you know, all aspects. And I've been reading a lot of different things lately. And I don't know, I like to sit on my bed. And so we have educational stuff after the shower. Well, that's what I'm going to stick with right now. Since we on the air. I'm going to just...
Yes. Get your shower,
Girl, you get your
smoke your
shower,
cigarette, read your book.
There you go. I know that's right.
That's so random. That's the first thing I thought.
Well, I appreciate you telling us something that nobody else knows. So now we know.
Everybody knows that.
Okay, well, we do now.
Okay.
Whoa. You know. Well, thank you for coming to the show. You got to let
for
everybody
having
know
me.
how they can get in contact with you, how to find you, and all that good old stuff.
Yes, well, I am Andrea Michelle Blassingame on Facebook. I am Miss A, MISSA Makeup 33 on Instagram. And please look at me on pageantvote.co and vote for Miss America so we can beat Barbados.
I know that's right.
Yes.
Well, we gonna beat Barbados.
Bring it
that
home.
thing
But
back
I
home.
gotta beat her.
Man. No doubt. So, Lady Esther, we about to take this thing out so we can get some pictures all in here. But I like to thank everybody, man, who's been tuning in and listening to us. And thank you. You continue with that Black Girl Magic, man. Yes. And we will continue to support us. And anytime you need us, you just let me know. Because we're going to come and help you out as much as we can, you know? So unfortunately, we gotta go, ladies and gentlemen. We Talk Weekly's After the Talk podcast is on iHeartRadio, iTunes, and Spotify and Spreaker. Make sure you follow us on iHeartRadio, iTunes, and Spotify, and binge listen to our shows. Like and follow us on We Talk Weekly Facebook page, and download the little TuneIn app. Look for WPPM on P106.5 FM. Tune in every Tuesday at 7 p.m. for We Talk Weekly's After the Talk. Follow us on Instagram, at Twitter, and Facebook at We Talk Weekly, at Charles Greger, at Law_Sizzle, at Sparker Prices 1. Subscribe to our We Talk Weekly YouTube channel. And if you're in Philly, catch us every Monday night, 9:30, Comcast 66, Verizon 2930. We Talk Weekly is now on Higher Than 7 TV. That's right. Go to higherthan7.com and subscribe and look for who? We Talk Weekly. You already know. And shout out to Afro Philly MBG Network. Check this out. We Talk Weekly is now syndicated. You can find us in Atlanta, Birmingham, Chicago, Delaware, Houston, Jacksonville, Los Angeles, Miami, Newark, New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia, and all across the nation. Who do you look for?
We Talk Weekly.
We Talk Weekly. But guess what, y'all? We gotta go. We appreciate you. Keep following, keep subscribing. But if anything else, you always look for We Talk Weekly. And who do you look for?
We Talk Weekly.
We out here like last year, and if you ain't followed us, you a square. Hello.
Peace.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl Lauren Sizzle, and you are tuned into one of the hottest talk shows in the nation, We Talk Weekly's After the Talk. Make sure you tune in each and every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and you can listen anywhere. Just download the TuneIn Radio app. Look for WPPM 106.5 FM on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. And I got some good news for you. You want to binge listen to our shows? Follow We Talk Weekly's After the Talk podcast on iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spotify, and Spreaker. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to check out all of our amazing shows and event coverage. And follow We Talk Weekly on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And most importantly, keep it locked.